everybody, so today I have a tutorial for this teal smoky eye. So basically I asked you all on Instagram and on Snapchat to decide between two different color schemes. One was this was this one with like kind of teals and silvers and like a little bit of gray, and I will say I didn't use a ton of gray, pretty much just stuck with the teals with kind of a pop of silver, and then the other one was kind of cool toned purples, and they were pretty dang tied, but I decided to go with this one. But I will do a purple look soon because I haven't done a purple eyeshadow look in a hot minute on my channel, but I also haven't done just like a straight teal smoky eye, I don't think ever. I don't know, maybe. So we got a little halo eye action, got a pale ass nude lip, which I haven't worn this particular lipstick in so freaking long, but I just love how fun and bold and sexy this makeup is. I think it's an awesome, colorful option for a smoky eye. So if you all want to see how I achieved this teal smoky eye, then just keep watching.
Alright everybody, so we're going to start by priming our eyes as we have been lately here, and we're just going to be using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. So I'm just going to blend that across my lids, blend that in with my makeup sponge, and then quickly just going to set that with whatever powder I have left on my setting brush. So here is the color scheme for today's looks. These are all Makeup Geek eyeshadows. The first shade I'm going to take is not that one, is that one, and I believe this one is called Dragonfly. This is one of my favorite Makeup Geek shadows. I just seriously love it. So we're going to use a Sigma E40, I believe this is. It's an E40 or an E35, but basically it's a tapered blending brush, and we're just going to blend that heavily all over the transition area of our crease, and then we're going to build that up a little bit lower in the crease, but I really, really want this color to be super punchy and super just like there. So I'm really going to take my time, build this up, and as you can see, I'm kind of flicking it out to kind of make a wing of eyeshadow, if you guys can see what I'm doing right there. Then I'm going to take a Sigma E35 and I'm going to take Shark Bait, which is just that kind of mid-tone blue in the palette. And actually, wait, no, this is the same brush. I didn't change brushes. And I'm just going to build up my crease even further. As you can see, it's really deepening, adding depth. That's the same thing. Anyways, we're just adding depth and adding more color, and I'm also taking this into the inner corner as well. Now I'm changing brushes, and I'm taking Time Travel, which is that dark blue, and I'm going to start packing that on the inner and outer corner and then blending this through the crease as well. This is a Sigma E35. By the way, I changed brushes. Just a smaller blending brush will do, and again, we're just going to take that from inner corner to outer corner and really just kind of blend this kind of across the lid a little bit and then through the crease as well. Really taking our time, going back, layering shadows to really build that bold color. Then, like I said, we're going to go back in with a blending brush and just blend all of the edges, make sure they're really seamless, and make sure we have a really good gradient from dark to light. Then I'm going to take Makeup Geek's Corrupt. This is just Makeup Geek's black eyeshadow. I forget the number of this Sigma brush, but it's just a tapered kind of detail brush. It's one of my favorite brushes ever, and we're going to really use that to deepen just the inner and outer corners. So I'm taking that black and building it up, again, to build depth in the inner and outer corner. Then I'm going to go back in with the E35 with Shark Bait, that dark blue, and we're just going to go straight over the black, so that way we get depth and darkness, but we still get to keep that dark blue color there. Then I'm just going to kind of place that same shade kind of on my lid, but really, really lightly, just to give kind of a blue base for the lid color that we're using. This is High Wire Foiled Eyeshadow from Makeup Geek, and we're going to place this across our lid. So this is a halo eye, so we're just kind of placing it right in the center, and then I'm just kind of blending around it. And so I'll kind of do that back and forth where I'll place the color, and then I'll go back and blend it. Then I'm going to go do the other eye, and then after that's done, I'm going to take the same High Wire Foiled eyeshadow with a damp brush, and I'm just going to really just kind of build it up right in the center just to make it super punchy. Then we're going to start with face. So I'm going to take the NYX Total Control Drop Foundation. I didn't realize how light this was, so ignore that. My face does totally not really match the rest of my body, but I'm just going to take a few drops. Usually I never do this thing where you just drop it onto your skin, but I thought I'd be daring today, so we're just going to blend that all over our skin. to create our flawless canvas for the rest of the look. Then I'm going to take the Colourpop No Filter Concealer in the shade Fair 5, and I'm going to pretty heavily just highlight and conceal my face, and then again blend that in with my Real Technique sponge. Then I'm going to set my under eyes with the NYX HD Pressed Banana Powder. Pressed yellow banana powder, you know the drill. Then I'm going to take the Japonesque Kumadori Loose Finishing Powder, and I'm going to set the rest of my face with this powder. Then I'm going to take the Thrive Causemetics EOS bronzer that matches my makeup look right now. And okay, here, this is a prime example of why you need to tap off your brush before you use that. I mean, it blended out really well, but like, that was a lot of bronzer that I did not mean to put on. So you can see this side is blending so much easier and is not going on as intense. So if you buy this bronzer, you barely need to use any, and make sure you tap off your brush so that you don't get a ton of bronzer on your face. So I'm just going to take this and bronze all over my skin. And you can always clean it up too with your setting brush if it goes a little crazy. Then I'm just going to add a little bit of a cool toned contour. This is the Anastasia contour kit, and I'm just taking the shade Fawn, and the brush that I'm using is just from the BH Chic brush set from BH Cosmetics. Then for blush, I'm going to take this Milani Rose Powder Blush in Romantic Rose. Again, this is another BH Cosmetics brush, and I'm just going to really lightly dust that towards the back of my cheeks to rosy up my cheeks. Then I'm going to take the Ofra and Dupethat collab highlight, and I'm just going to use that to highlight all over my skin. Looking back, I kind of wish that I would have gone with a more gold highlight. I love this highlight, but I just think a pink one would have been, or a golder one would have been a little bit better. Then I'm going to take a little bit of the shade Forever Lit from the Nicole Guerrero Glow Kit, and I'm just going to pop that on top to add more intensity. Then we're going to go in with our lower lash line shade. So we're pretty much going to do the exact same thing that we did on our upper lash line to our lower lash line. So I'm first taking Dragonfly on that same blending brush, and I'm just blending that pretty heavily down, and I'm also connecting it with that outer corner of eyeshadow. As you can see, we kind of did like a wing. We kind of had the shadow wing out, so I'm just doing that and connecting it and making sure it's all super seamless. Then I'm going to take a mixture of the two darker blues on just kind of a short shader brush, and I'm going to blend that really, really close to my lower lash line as well. Then we're going to take the Styli Style Line and Scale Semi-Permanent Eyeliner, and this is in the shade Carbon Black, and we're just going to line our eyes really quick. And then after that, we're going to take that same short shader brush and we're just going to blend it down. I didn't want to blend it down too much, but I did really want a nice smoky lower lash line. Then I'm just going to go back in with more of those dark blue shades and blend the black into the blue a little bit more, just so we can get rid of any harsh edges on our lower lash line. Then I filled in my eyebrows with my Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade, and we're going to highlight our brow bone with the Makeup Geek Shimma Shimma eyeshadow, my favorite brow bone highlight ever in the history of the world. I don't think I'll find another one that replaces it, to be honest. It's just so good. I'm going to take my Styli Style Stylus Liner, and I'm just going to do a very, very thin line of eyeliner across my upper lash line just to make it super easy to apply false lashes. Then I'm just taking my blending brush one more time and really kind of sharpening up that kind of outer wing of shadow that we have, just because I really wanted that like bright teal to be super intense. So I'm just going back and just kind of touching up here and there. Then I'm going to take the Colourpop, what is this, Lippie Stick in Skimpy. This used to be my favorite. If you guys remember when I used to use this all the time, you are OG subscribers, because this thing was my favorite for so long. So I decided to break it back out. It's just a beautiful satin kind of glossy pale nude. Oh, I love it. Then I'm going to go put on lashes, and this look is complete.
Alright, everybody. So this is the completed look. I love it. Ignore my squeaky chair. My chair is so old and it's so squeaky, so ignore if you can hear my chair like squeaking. But anyways, this is the completed look. I love how it turned out. I know that the purple look was also super highly requested, so I will do a purple eyeshadow look too, but I just think this teal is just like everything, especially if you have brown eyes. This will make your eyes pop. So let me know what color schemes y'all want me to work with. I really want to get into more just like back to doing just tutorials, not necessarily like kids movie inspired looks or anything like that, but just like plain old tutorials of just looks. So give me ideas for looks down below, and if you enjoyed this look, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe before you leave. I love you all so much, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!
Have to join forces.